Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I have survived the blizzard of 2022. Interesting blizzard, nothing too crazy. The wind was crazy, the snow was everywhere, as you saw on my community page there, a link, whatever you want to call it. We couldn't get out the side door, so we finally did that today. We cleared that all out, and I got the snowblower to work. It wasn't working. It turns out I got a bad spark plug, but old trick I learned, you take a little bit of gasoline, put it on the spark plug head there, and kind of fire it up, and it worked. Worked enough, well enough, to clear the end of the driveway, which is always, the main reason for having a snowblower is to clear all the stuff that the plow pushes back in. Not so much for the driveway itself and the walkways and all that stuff. It was all light snow, so it wasn't bad. So everything's all fine and everything like that. So, but it was an interesting time. It was great last night. Because I would say around 8 o'clock, more 9 o'clock, the neighborhood got real quiet. Everything got quiet in the neighborhood. No one was driving anywhere. There was no one out. It was really quiet. Then around 10 o'clock, the plow was going by up and down and doing its thing for about an hour. And then a few people around 1, 2 in the morning went out and snowblowed and did their thing. But for the most part, it was that dead quiet that the snow brings, which I love. It's very peaceful. It's like the world stops, and it's enjoyable. But anyway, today we are reviewing 3 Nuns Yellow. So this is another one of the 3-pack that I got, and I was able to save one. So this is what it looks like. It's this little curly Q type thing. I think that's what they call it, a curly cut. I call it like a quarter. Not even a quarter, like a dime size. Cut, if you will. So that's what we're trying today, and I've been smoking it for about, 10, 15 minutes or so, and I'm not that impressed, to be honest, which is strange, because yesterday I loved the regular 3 Nuns, Nun Finer, but although this is the same name, this is the yellow tin, that was, I guess, the black tin, or the regular tin, I'm not sure what they call it, really. So I may have mislabeled that video, so I apologize, but what's going on with this one, is it a full or a straight Virginia? Hold on. Let me get to it. Straight Virginia. So now the contents here, it says unknown and Virginia. And it's a curly cut, by the way. I don't know. I get the typical Virginia notes, hay, tangy, a little bit of tart, but more of a, I don't know. I'd say the grass note and like hay note is what I'm getting predominantly in this. But, and this is the thing that interests me with this blend, and this is going to be the unknown factor, right? As I've smoked it a couple times, like, I got most of the hay, the grassy kind of note. No tangy or tartness like I got yesterday's. This has kind of got this mysterious sweetness. It's very subtle. It comes out of nowhere when you're smoking it. You take a few puffs, you're getting the grass, the hay, the typical Virginia stuff. And then all of a sudden, 3rd, 4th puff, you get this like sweet kind of note. And I don't know if it's in, Jim Link said honey, like a tad bit of honey in his review of this on Tobacco Reviews. I don't know if it's that or like molasses. It's something sweet and interesting. I wouldn't say honey because I've had some honey blends before, and this doesn't remind me of that. It's not as pronounced, so I mean it is subtle, and it's interesting, and it kind of makes you want to smoke more. Like you want to try it, light it again. You care less about well, I wouldn't say it. I don't care about the Virginia, right? I do care about it because I love Virginias, but it's predominantly that hay note, but you're trying to find that one mystery kind of note that's in here, and it's really, really good. Got a little gurgling going on. Have to get rid of that. Hopefully that helps. See, there it is, in the smoke itself. It's not so much when I'm drawing it and tasting it that way. It's in the air itself this time. Other times I've pulled it in and I could taste it on my tongue. And I gotta say, I get this bit of like a, maybe it's just me in my head, roasted peanuts, but not like the peanut butter from Wilkes or Wilkie's tobacco. This is kind of like a very subtle, and I don't know if that's because the Virginias are warmed up, they're hot, and it's kind of giving me that sensation, but the mystery note has me intrigued. So if anything else, I'm intrigued by it, so I move it high up on the list, but this is probably my first letdown of 2022. And it's not bad. I think a lot of people will like this. I just think I had better Virginias, straight Virginias. And of course, I'm smoking the Sherlock Holmes pipe here, Lestrade, sorry. I'm thinking of Anne Rice there. I always get that mixed up. Like, for some reason, one creeps into when I'm thinking the other. Anyway, I'm a goofball. But again, here you go. It's just, I wouldn't call it honey. It's just this sweet, interesting note that you get throughout. Like, occasionally, like, it'll hit, and you're like, oh, yes, I want to smoke more of it. It kind of intrigues you to smoke more. So this is like a maybe slightly above the middle of the pack kind of blend. Now, I came out in the shed and it was 17 degrees. It was cold. You can still see my breath. It's currently 32 degrees, so things are warming up. My feet are finally drying out. That's what's great with the Mr. Buddy heaters. Right here, fans are spinning. I'm drying out. The shed held up well. There's no more snow. That seems to have resolved itself. Obviously, it's nice and calm today. Yep, definitely grass note right there. Nothing too complex except for that one little thing that comes out of nowhere and surprises you. And I know I keep hopping on it, and you're probably all rolling your eyes like, Mike, all right, enough already. But it is that interesting enough when you get it for me to talk about it. And of course, I'll show you guys, that's what it looks like when it's burning. Burning really good. I mean, I gotta be honest, I like these little coin things, this coin cut. I like this. Here, I can, there you go. Good look at it. I like it. Very, kind of a nice thickness to it, but I kind of like it. You know, you rub them out, you get a nice little pile, you pack your pipe, it's great. I don't mind that cut, so. I've had like the quarter size. Is it with Mac Baren? Although Mac Baren, I think, produces this, right? So that's not unusual. I think it was Mac Baren. What was the one that I had? The vanilla that I had from Mac Baren. I can't remember the full name of it, but it was vanilla something. It comes in a nice big tin, and that was really good. I like that. Matter of fact, I might have to smoke some of that soon. Here we go. There's that note again. Now, the drawback with this blend, I think with a lot of Virginias, when I do these reviews, and it's predominantly Virginia, especially straight, obviously, when I'm smoking them, you get into that cigarette kind of taste, and that's not because that's what it is. It's more like because I'm puffing hard, I'm doing a review, I want to do it within 10, 15 minutes, and it's puffing harder, so you get that a little bit of an aftertaste, like that cigarette kind of aftertaste. If I'd been not doing a review and just chilling out in the shed and sipping, it would not be that bad. You wouldn't even notice. It'd be more of the hay note, the probably the tartness, which I don't get any of that. I never really get that with the Virginias. I have to say, as puffing as I am, as hard as I am, the bowl is not hot. It's lukewarm. It's not too bad. It's just, and there's no tongue bite. I don't want you to get that confused. There's no tongue bite or anything like that. I don't get a hint of that. It's just like that cigarette kind of taste to it a little bit. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, right? I don't seem to be picking up the mysterious note there. Yeah, I'm not getting anything else. Let's see what they give for a score. 2.8? That's about ballpark. I would say I'd go a little lower. 2.7, 2.6-ish. I mean, really. I mean, doesn't really matter at the end of the day, right? But it doesn't... When I compare it to like yesterday's experience with Three Nuns, I'm glad I went with that one first. And the only reason I did that is because, well, that seems to be Three Nuns. That's the typical blend that you go with. I think I'll have to research this again. I don't know if there's another one that it's readily available and everyone goes with it, and that's the one I reviewed yesterday. I'll have to look at that again. I apologize if I don't know off the top of my head, but had I started with this one, this would have been kind of a letdown with my experience with Three Nuns. I'm glad I had yesterday's blend as a measuring stick going forward with these two. So, and that's the only reason I did it. I said, oh, it's the black Three Nuns tin with the red. This is what everyone likes, so I'll try that. And I think it is that. I'll have to go back and just double check. But when you compare it to the green, well, the green I have next coming up, but the yellow just isn't... it's not cutting the mustard, if you will. Colonel Custard wouldn't be happy. But it's got that... It's worth trying to experience that one note that is kind of sweet. You know, someone says, Jim Link says honey. I would say no. I wouldn't even say molasses. It's some kind of a sweetness. I mean, you could probably say maybe vanilla. But then I might be thinking of Mac Baron, the vanilla thing that I mentioned. So it's something sweet. It's something interesting, and I think you guys would like it. And it keeps you interested as you're smoking the blend. You keep hunting for that note and not so much the Virginia, if that makes any sense to anybody. Probably not. But it certainly burns great, even right out of the tin. It was a little more dry than yesterday's. But I think it's at that perfect point that you want it. And rubbing it out and making a bowl that is very easy. And I love this cut. So it's got something. And there you go. That's that sweetness right there. Anyway, I'm not sure you can get this. It's not really available. I know it was available on tobaccopipes.com. And they had a 3-pack, and I got it. I don't know if that's still available, but, you know. And thank you to the few people that emailed me just recently. I will get back to you. I've just been busy with the snow and everything else and haven't had a chance yet. But anyway, that's going to do it for today. Thank you for joining me. Hope this review kind of helps you guys. Or, you know, if you've smoked this before, Let me know what your thoughts are. Maybe you feel like me. Maybe you think it's the greatest thing in the world. I don't know. Let me know. See you guys later.